Now to our series, Making Space for You, and that's exactly what 2023 should be all about.
Yeah, between family and work, Jen and I, we try to make space for ourselves at the beginning and end of each day. So it got us thinking, how do some of the most successful women do that? How do they bookend their days?
Okay, so we asked them. Bobby Brown is an entrepreneur who revolutionized the beauty industry. Lindsey Vonn is a World Cup alpine skier and Olympic gold medalist.
Our friend Maria Shriver is a journalist and founder of the Sunday paper. And Allie Love is a businesswoman and Peloton instructor. Sarah Blakely, you know her, the founder of Spanx and a self-made billionaire.
Wow, I can't believe all these women did this. Okay, so let's find out how we all make space.
It is wake up time. Okay, let's go.
My mornings are quiet. No one is up.
Light a candle. This is my little setup. This is where I like to sit. So I did the breathing and I checked in with my brain, my emotions, my spirit, my body, and I'm gonna get my journal, which is right here.
Before I even let my feet touch the ground, I pray.
The first thing I do when I get up is I hydrate, hydration station.
I drink this whole thing of water before I go to work.
All of my kids have to be out the door by 7:10. There is no candle lighting. There is no meditation for me. If I'm not burning the toast, I'm winning.
I have 3 dogs, and I'm usually being licked awake every morning. I try to get to the gym. That's a form of meditation and a place where I really get a lot of confidence.
I sit down and read my iPad, the paper, then I go exercise. Like that is no matter what, I do every single day.
I do a active breath work and get ready to start my day. Go to the gym.
I go outside, I sit down, even if it's cold, I grab a blanket and I just sit in silence. And I do Wordle.
I ask myself a 2-part question. How or what do I want to feel today? And what ends up happening is when I answer that question, I'm able to anchor my day.
I am in search of time to daydream each day. I'm looking for an opportunity for my mind to wander. I'll do a 15-minute walk around my neighborhood. My mind wanders when I'm looking at nature or in nature.
But when the sun goes down, it's all about the wind down.
Okay, I'm about to go to sleep. Like many of you, the very end of my night is exhausting. 3 bedtimes, reading, which I love to do with the kids. So at the very end of my night, I always end it reading.
I always take a shower, which I just did. And I'm gonna write, this sounds weird and it's not arrogant, but I write 3 things I appreciate about myself from today.
I put on sleep music. It's like a deep sleep playlist that I listen to that sincerely puts me to sleep in 3 seconds.
I end each day with a bath. I get in lavender scented Epsom salts and I take 15 minutes to myself every single night.
I say goodnight to my dogs. I say goodnight to my God. I read a page or 2 from something that is beautiful.
And someone that, has raised 3 kids and, works with a lot of people during the day. And it's kind of the only time I'm by myself. And I realize that sometimes I just need to be me and be by myself.
And every once in a while I have a little company. She's reading too.
I'm gonna turn off all the lights and I'm gonna go night-night.
What time was that, 7:43?
Probably close to that. Night-night.
When your alarm went off at 3:15.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, that's how it works.
Okay, we're so excited because after the break, we'll be talking to best-selling author Mel Robins.
Yes.
Share what she does every morning that can help you make space right after this.
Yes. We got Mel here. Come on.
Back now with more of our series, Making Space for You. We just learned somehow the most accomplished women we know make space for themselves each day. Now we've got some advice that's going to help you.
Mel Robbins, you guys, is the host of one of the top-ranked podcasts in the world. It's called the Mel Robbins Podcast. Her books on finding motivation and success have sold millions of copies. Her videos have been viewed more than 1 billion times. I mean,
not bad for a 54-year-old lady.
Can you even imagine what's happened to you?
I try. You know what? I just feel so grateful that I'm able to share simple things with people around the world that have really made a difference in my life.
What's the number one thing that people have come up to you and said, Mel, I'm so glad that you told me that because I've been applying that in my day-to-day life?
It's without a doubt the 5-second rule, which is a brain hack that I invented 14 years ago when anxiety consumed me. We were 800 grand in debt. And I couldn't get out of bed. So we're talking about morning routines and finding space for yourself. And I would literally spend an hour every morning staring at the ceiling, consumed with our problems and anxiety and depression. And the 5-second rule is a simple tool. Everybody needs to know it. Every kid needs to know it. You simply count backwards, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, in a moment where you're hesitating or afraid, and then move.
Just get up?
Oh, absolutely, because something happens in your brain when you count backwards. You interrupt the patterns of worry and procrastination and beating yourself up, and you go 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and you require the prefrontal cortex to pay attention, which is the part of the brain that gives you immediate control over what you do next.
I love that.
How brilliant and how simple. Okay, you say the key to successful days really starts every single morning.
What's your routine? What do you do?
Well, I want everybody to think about this like a domino. So what is the first decision that you make in the morning? Because that one decision will actually trigger either negative decisions or positive decisions. So decision number one, get your rear end out of bed.
Don't push snooze.
Absolutely not. There's a lot of brain science around it. You actually, if you fall back asleep, you put yourself in a state of sleep inertia, which makes you, for the next 4 hours, it makes your brain groggy, and it makes it, so snooze,
get up when you get up.
Get up, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, get out of that bed. Then make your bed. I'm not trying to turn you into a Navy SEAL. I'm just saying complete one thing. So the third thing that you're going to do is I want you to go into the bathroom and I want you to look in the mirror, and then I want you to say nothing, and I want you to high five the human being you see in the mirror in the morning, every single morning after you brush your teeth.
Do you do this every morning? Let's take a quick look.
Right after I brush my teeth, look in the mirror. Really look in the mirror. And then I love doing that. I love sending myself into the day with a high five. I got my own back. Let's go. Let me tell you the science.
Tell us.
So for your entire life, you guys, you have given other people a high five, right? When you give somebody else a high five, what does it mean?
You're doing great.
Atta girl.
Good job. Atta girl. And and you've never gone, oh, I hate you. There you go. No, ever. And so the programming is already in your basal ganglia. It's already a habit to associate this with I love you, go get 'em, you got this, I see you. When you do it to yourself, something crazy happens. You aim all of that lifetime of positive neurological programming right back at yourself.
Something else you said, which I love, is a lot of people have their phone next to their bed, and we always hear, don't put it, don't put it. But your reasoning behind why you don't put it, like why that isn't the first thing you see.
Let me demonstrate.
Okay.
Most of us either have it here, right? Or we have it like this, right? So what happens is you wake up, it's your alarm. You immediately do this.
Right.
So the first thing that you are putting into your brain, talk about not making space for yourself. You have just let the entire world into your mind. You have let work stress you out. You have looked at social media and everybody else's life, and now you think you're behind in some fake race. And so here's the thing. You can't trust yourself. I can't trust myself. And
so what do? You leave it in the other room.
It is literally in the bathroom.
In the bathroom.
And I leave the ringer on. We have a senior in college in Los Angeles.
Of course.
I need to know. Yes,
if
but
something happens.
You want to know something crazy?
What?
The Today Show will text you all night long. But they'll only call you
if it's an emergency.
If it's an emergency.
Correct. So you'll hear the call, but it's not there. So when you wake up tomorrow morning and you literally go like this, and then the alarm rings and you're kind of screwed over because now you got to get out of bed to turn the thing off, and you're going to be like, I hate that Mel Robbins person. But by the time you get to the bathroom, guess what?
You don't care to be obsessed.
Correct. You have a chance to turn it off and take the space for yourself.
Yes, and you've already gotten up. There's no snooze. You got up.
Yes.
Okay.
I hate it. I hate it. I hate this habit.
But now you're in it.
Now you're in it.
Okay. The other thing you said, which I think is brilliant, is to stay close to people that want the best for you, which is so true. It's like who you choose in your life helps elevate you in whatever your dreams are.
Yes. Now, here's what I want you to really think about. Do you want the best for you? And you need to make small changes in your life, like setting your day up for success. putting yourself to bed like you put your kids to bed or you were put to bed. Remember the evening routine? What does that do? It creates safety.
Yeah.
It creates a sense of rhythm and routine. It makes you feel like you can have a sense of knowing and control in your life, even when things are crazy. And I think in life, you guys, we focus so much on the big problems and the big things out there that we forget that big changes come from focusing on getting just the little things right every single day. And so you can come back to your morning routine. You can come back to this idea of set your day up tonight. So tonight, set your day up for
what do you
tomorrow.
do? How do you do that?
Oh, well, so first of all, don't take today's messes into tomorrow.
Totally.
Just clear off the kitchen counter, get the dishes in the sink so you don't wake up to a mess. I want you visually to have a clean slate. Number 2, make it easier. Make it easier. Set gifts around the house that remind you of who you're becoming. So, for example, the water. Put your filled water bottle at night next to your coffee maker.
Yes.
Lay out your exercise clothes so that when you get up...
Is that your coffee machine
right there?
here?
Right there. And then
your
you lay out your clothes.
So you can write it
So
right there.
but lay out your clothes. That's good. You just
I do that.
Me too.
You want to know why?
You have to do it for your gym clothes because otherwise you're not going to go to the gym.
Correct. And what do you do for your kids? You lay their clothes out so you don't have the fight in the morning. And here's the thing. Do I ever not feel like having a cup of coffee? Of course not. I don't go to my coffee maker and go, oh, it's raining outside. I'm really tired. I'm not going to have a coffee today. And so one of the reasons why you put your water by the coffee maker is now you're doing what researchers call habit stacking.
Yeah.
It's visually there. You don't have to think about it. You're already right next to the thing you do without even thinking.
Yeah.
You just made it easier.
And I love what you did. I think it was last week. You said you promised yourself that you were going to work out outside no matter what rain.
Wait, tell us this. We can't let you go.
This is a really short tip, everybody. Do a 10-minute walk in the morning. You can walk your kids to the bus. You can walk around the block when you get to work. 10 minutes. New research shows that a 10-minute walk like you're late.
Outdoor.
Outdoor. There's 2 reasons why. 10 minutes will add years to your life. It boosts your mood. You get a hit of dopamine. More importantly, when you get bright light first thing in the morning, even on a cloudy day, it sets your circadian rhythm, which is going to help you sleep better at night.
Okay, by the way,
10 minutes.
She lives in Vermont. If she can go outside in winter in the freezing
you went
air,
out freezing cold.
then we can do it wherever we
As I said I would, right?
I had a great conversation with Mel. That's why I want this one to continue. More inspiration. She's on my podcast, Making Space. We got new episodes every week. Your podcast is incredible.
It's incredible.
Yeah.
Mel, we could have done a whole
Yes.
show.
I'll be back.
Hour.
Please come
okay,
back.
Good.